I can't believe I'm finally making this video. I haven't meaning to make this video for so freaking long. All right, you guys, let's talk about weight loss. I feel like we always hear people say, in order to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. But what does that actually mean? I'm gonna tell you guys all of the tips and tricks that worked for me during my weight loss journey a couple of months ago when I lost 20 pounds. I feel like it was a lot of trial and error, and I wish I would have watched a video like this when I was going through my weight loss journey, because it would have made things a lot easier. And don't get me wrong, you're still gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to do a little bit of research for what works for your body, but this video is gonna be very helpful in terms of how to actually be in a calorie deficit. And I'm about to go on another weight loss journey, so if you're interested in following me through that, I would love to give you guys like weekly updates, give you guys meal ideas, all of the above. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and like this video and don't forget to subscribe. So first of all, you will need to know what your maintenance calories are and how much you have to be eating in order to lose weight and be in a calorie deficit. In order to figure out your calorie deficit, I recommend first figuring out your maintenance calories. So your maintenance calories is going to be the total number of calories that you need to consume in a day to maintain your body weight. There are plenty of websites that will help you that can help you figure this out. If you just go online and type calorie calculator, you can figure out what your maintenance calories are. Once you figure out your maintenance calories, which is like your base, you can kind of slowly start to reduce the amount of calories you're eating on a weekly basis. Now, seeing results, like actually seeing weight loss, might take a little bit of time, because the first couple of weeks your body might still be adjusting to things, or you might still be figuring out what your calorie deficit is. So don't feel discouraged if you're not seeing results like in the first week or two. The last time I went on my weight loss journey, it took me 2 weeks to actually be in a calorie deficit, like to actually see the number on the scale change. So just give yourself time, and it might just be like 1 or 2 weeks to actually see a difference on the scale. So that's kind of how you figure out your calorie deficit. So I'm gonna split this video into 2 parts. I'm gonna talk about dieting first, and then we can go ahead and talk about physical activity, because I feel like dieting is just the most important part. In terms of food, I highly recommend the #1 thing that you do is prioritize protein. Protein is so important in weight loss, because not only is it going to keep you full for a long period of time, but it's also going to help you maintain any muscle that you have. It's pretty much inevitable that you will lose some muscle during a weight loss journey, but eating a lot of protein is going to help you maintain as much muscle as possible and still keep your body, you know, tight, because a lot of times if you like lose weight and you aren't doing anything to maintain muscle, your skin can become like saggy, and you just don't want that. You're still not going to be happy with your results. So make sure that you prioritize protein. I recommend eating about 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. It's going to keep you nice and full until your next meal, so you don't have to do a lot of like supplementing with snacks and things like that, which leads me to my next point. Make sure that you are incorporating vegetables in every single meal that you eat, okay? Vegetables are high in fiber, but they're low calories, so you're gonna be able to stay full for a longer period of time. Again, it's gonna help prevent you from having unhealthy snacks and things like that. So speaking of snacks, if you are somebody like me who likes to snack throughout the day, I love having snacks, especially when I get home from after a long day of work and I still have to make dinner. I need a snack. So stay away from keeping unhealthy snacks in your pantry. I know when you're shopping, it's easy to be like, I'm just gonna have 1 serving, or I'm just gonna have a bite, or I'm just gonna have 1 piece. I know it's so easy to say that when you're at the store and you're not hungry, but when you come home from work and you haven't eaten in like 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours maybe, you're gonna want to eat anything you can get your hands on. So just keep healthy snacks at home. And so this kind of ties into the importance of knowing your habits, right? Like if you know that you are somebody who likes to snack a lot, you like to have a little treat here and there, then you should know not to keep unhealthy snacks in your home. I mean, it's okay to go out. Like if you're gonna go, like if you're really craving a bag of chips or a slice of pizza or something, go and get 1 small bag of chips, 1 slice of pizza. Like don't bring like a family size bag into your house, because you're just, when you're hungry or you're really craving it, those are the things you're gonna gravitate towards, okay? So just keep healthy snacks at home. My partner and I personally love to snack on fruit, so we always have tons of fruit. I'm talking like 4 or 5 varieties of fruit in our house at once. Like it's just really important for us to keep snacks around, because we know that we like to snack. And so just also understand your habits, like what your eating habits are. Really pay attention to yourself on a daily basis in terms of like, what are my bad habits? Like, do I snack a lot? Do I tend to not eat in the morning but then eat a ton at night? Do I like, all of those things are so important. All of those things are gonna tie into your weight loss journey. So just be mindful of the kind of person that you are and the kind of habits that you have, and be realistic about it. And then personally, during my weight loss journey, I really limited the amount of nut butters and avocado that I ate throughout the day. I know they're not inherently bad. They're not bad actually at all, and it's okay to have them every once in a while. But for me personally, the amount of fat to protein ratio just wasn't very good. So I personally stop keeping those in my home for a little bit. Avocado I'll keep in my house, but like nut butters and stuff, I just know like they're just not part of what my goal is. So I just stay away from those. If I want something like peanut butter and anything like that, I do use PB Fit. So it's just like a peanut butter powder. Now listen, it's not as good as like full fat peanut butter, but it does the job. Okay, it does the job. So that's pretty much everything I did in terms of changing up my diet. Now in terms of exercising, one of the things that I did that helped a lot, not just like physically but my mental health and just to keep me like motivated, was going on walks. Now if you have the opportunity to take your lunch break or just like a 15-minute break in the morning or a 10-minute break, whatever your job allows you to do, I highly recommend going on a walk, even if it's just like around the building, down the block, whatever it takes. Okay, just go outside and go on a walk. And I mean, like, if it's possible, do it outside, because it just feels so nice to be out in nature. Like, even if like it's not ideal, the ideal environment, it still just feels good to be outside and feel the sun on your skin. Now you have a job that doesn't really give you the opportunity to step outside, then I really do recommend getting a walking pad. Honestly, you could do all of like your walking and everything before or after work, but I feel like that's just a little bit, for me personally, that's unrealistic. Like, I can't do like 3 hours of working out straight. Like, I need to get the walking out of the way in the afternoon, and then I can focus on weightlifting and my other cardio in the evening. So if you're kind of tied to your desk, I do recommend getting some kind of walking pad. I think that that's really helpful. Also, it's just nice to get up every once in a while. I think it's just good for productivity in general. So recommend getting a walking pad if you can. Now the second thing in terms of exercise is weightlifting. I personally love weightlifting. I would never take it out of my regular schedule. You guys know, if any of you already follow me here, you know that weightlifting is like my go-to exercise. Weightlifting is gonna help you retain muscle mass. It's also just gonna help you stay nice and toned. If you're planning or you're in the process of losing a large amount of body fat and you're not doing any kind of weightlifting, you're gonna end up with like saggy skin, and you're not going to be happy with results anyway, and then you're going to feel like you did something wrong. It also contributes to calorie loss, so it'll just help supplement your weight loss in general. My final tip for you is to not rely on other people to hold you accountable. I think it is so important that you are mentally prepared for the journey that you are going to go on. It is not going to be easy, and expecting other people to hold your hand through that journey is just completely unrealistic. Okay, don't rely on gym partners, running partners, workout buddies. You, at the end of the day, is just you against yourself. Okay, I cannot stress enough how many people I know in my life who relied on like having someone to go with them to like workout classes, yoga classes, to go running with them, to wake up early with them. Like, no one is gonna be able to be there for you 100% of the time. Okay, so at the end of the day, it is so important that you want to do this and that you prepare yourself mentally to do this alone, and really get comfortable with being with yourself and encouraging yourself, and stop doing any self-negative talk. Stop doubting yourself. You can do it. I'm looking at you. You can do it, but you have to want to do it, and you have to do it even when you don't want to. You have to show up for yourself, guys. You have to be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about your current habits. If you are somebody, like I said, who snacks throughout the day, don't keep unhealthy snacks in your fridge or in your pantry, because you know that you're gonna gravitate towards those when you're super hungry and your body just wants to eat. Those are the things that you're gonna gravitate towards, okay? If you know that you are not somebody who likes to wake up in the morning, why would you sign yourself up to go to a morning class? Why would you sign yourself up to go on a morning run? Why would you sign up for yourself to, I know that you might want to challenge yourself, but there are ways to challenge yourself that can still align with what you're with your daily life, okay? I'm not a morning person, so I never ever ever hold myself to going to the gym in the morning. I don't hold myself to going to a class in the morning. Like, if I do that, it's a one-off thing. I know I'm not going to do it on a regular basis. I know that I personally feel stronger and I feel more prepared to go to the gym in the evening, so that's what I do, okay? So that's pretty much all of the tips and tricks that I incorporated during my previous weight loss journey where I lost 20 pounds. I was honestly very, very impressed with myself, and I'm really excited to go on another weight loss journey starting next week. I am going to be going on another weight loss journey. I would love to lose about 15 pounds. I'm about to go on a couple of vacations, a couple of trips, and I just want to generally feel my best during those trips. So I've just decided to do another weight loss journey, and I'm gonna be following the same routine that I followed in my previous cut. So if that's something that you're interested in looking at, I do want to give you guys like weekly updates. I want to give you guys meal ideas. I want to bring you guys along the journey. So if that's something that you're interested in, just go ahead and like this video and also subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And I would be, more than anything, I'm just excited to like show you guys how you do it. Maybe some of you guys can go on your weight loss journey with me. We can keep each other motivated. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys found this video useful. Let me know if you guys want me to go into more detail about anything. Let me know if you want me to talk more about protein intake and weight loss from a vegetarian perspective, because I am vegetarian. But these tips will work for anybody, whether or not you're vegetarian. But if you're particularly interested from like a vegetarian point of view, please let me know and I can talk a little bit more about that.